Hello everyone, my name is Jane Camille A. Crisostomo and I'll be your laboratory instructor for the meat processing or ANSI 4205 laboratory. So first, as a review, let us define what is meat processing. Meat processing means to perform a series of mechanical or chemical operations on the meat in order to change or enhance its flavors, and of course also to preserve it. So the end product of meat processing is of course the processed meat. The processed meat is considered as to be any meat which has been modified in order to improve or extend its shelf life. Methods of meat processing includes salting, curing, fermentation, and smoking. Okay, so the main component of our processed product is of course the meat. Okay, in general, the meat is composed of water, fat, a small portion of carbohydrate, and of course, the most valuable component from the nutritional and processing point of view is the protein. The protein contents of the meat define the quality of the raw meat material and its suitability for further processing. Meat processing involves wide range of physical and chemical treatment methods, normally combining a variety of these methods. Meat processing technologies include cutting or chopping, mixing, salting and curing, utilization of spices and non-meat additives, stuffing, fermentation and drying, heat treatment, and of course, smoking. Along with meat and animal fat, a wide range of substances of non-meat origin are used as ingredients in processed meat products. Okay, so we will be discussing the common non-meat ingredients that we will be using in our meat processing. Okay, so the first one and the one of the most important is of course the common salt. This is one of the most common food seasoning, and salting is an important method of food preservation. Okay, so a long time ago, nung wala pa tayong mga refrigerator and freezer, salting ang ginagamit nilang technique para ma-preserve yung mga meat. Okay. Next is the curing salt or sodium nitrate, most commonly also known as the salitre, is used in meat processing to generate the pinkish shade and to extend shelf life. It is both a color agent and food preservation agent because it prevents and slows spoilage by bacteria or fungus. Because without sodium nitrate, the meat products or the processed meat will turn into gray when heated. Okay, next is the vitamin C powder. Vitamin C powder are also known as cure accelerators. Why? Because this substance accelerate the reaction of curing salt. Meat products to be heat treated during manufacture instantly develop a uniform red color which can be intensified in the presence of cure accelerators. Next is the phosphate. This phosphate increases water holding capacity of the meat, thus improving binding and texture in processed meat. They are also have shown the ability to reduce microbial growth. Next is the carrageenan. Carrageenan is a water soluble and has a strong water binding and gelling properties. It can improve the cooking yield and the better sliceability and cohesiveness. It not only increases water retention in cooked ham or raw cooked products, but also contributes to the desired stability and juiciness of the product. TBP or textured vegetable protein are added in sizable amounts that increase the bulk of meat products. Itong TBP, ginagamit nila ito as extenders Ibig sabihin, pangparami. Okay? Ever wonder why most of the corned beefs we sell here in the Philippines is very cheap? Because it has a lot of extender. Not necessarily TBP, but mga extender ang ginagamit. Okay? Next is corned beef seasoning. This is a spice blend that uses so many of the traditional corned beef pickling spices. Next is a ham spice. It gives the meat the rich flavor and the smell of the ham. Next is the nutmeg. It is a seed or ground spice. It gives the aroma and the flavor of the sweet and savory cooking. Next is the trimix. Increases yield extract of the meat. Next is the anisado wine. It is used to make the curing faster. It is made from anise essence. Next is the smoke flavor, for smoke flavoring of course, because yung process ng smoking ay super tagal and usually mahirap gawin dahil marami kang kailangang materials. Kaya itong smoke flavor ay ginagamit siya for artificial flavoring. Next is pepper. Of course, it adds flavor to almost every food in every nation. Next is sesame oil. It is made from roasted sesame seed and it gives more pronounced flavor. Okay, so let's go with let's discuss your module. The first one is the slaughterhouse. Module 1 is the slaughterhouse. The slaughterhouse, or also known as abattoir, is the approved and registered premises for slaughtering animals for human food. Each slaughterhouse is provided with different equipment and facilities. There is also a meat inspector or veterinarian which perform the ante-mortem or post-mortem inspection. Ini-inspect nila itong meat itong mga animals before katayan and after katayan. Of course, para makita nila kung meron ba itong disease at fit ba ito for human consumption. Okay, so in this module, you will write a narrative report from the video you watch regarding the slaughterhouse. I will be posting the video and the assessment task. Okay. Next module is the dressing of chicken. In this module, you will be performing the actual slaughtering and dressing of chicken following the discussed procedure. Okay. Next is module 3 and 4. You will be familiarized with the important utensils and equipment in meat processing. You will submit a list of 15 ingredients that are commonly used in meat processing. You will also include its function, purpose, and photos. Okay, I will also post your assessment task after this module, and in module 4, for the common measurements, you will also be answering some assessment tasks. Okay, so next is the processing, meat processing. So you will process actual product. Okay, so this one in tocino processing. So gagawin talaga ninyo yung actual processing ng tocino. So as your assessment task, you will submit 10 photos. Okay, tama. Yes, you will submit 10 photos as a proof that you really did your assessment task. Okay, so remember in tocino processing, you can use pork pige, or since you have already dressed your chicken, you can also process a chicken tocino using your dressed chicken, using only the breast part. Okay, but always remember that this activity or your lab activity that will be posted will be computed. The ingredients to be used will be computed based on the actual measurement or kung gaano kabigat, kung pang 1 kilo ba yung inyong karne. Okay, so yung mga ingredient na nakapost dito sa tocino processing, pang 1 kilo. So, kung yung meat na gagamitin nyo ay walang 1 kilo, which is okay, kailangan i-adjust ninyo yung measurement para hindi masyadong matapang, maalat, matamis yung inyong mai-process. Okay? Next is beef tapa, of course. Dahil beef tapa ito, ang gagamitin yung meat ay beef or cara beef is okay. Okay. Next reminder, when you are processing these meat products, always remember na dapat bago ninyo i-mix yung mga ingredients sa meat ninyo, paghiwalay nyo muna yung dry ingredients, pagsasama-samahin yung dry ingredients, and then yung liquid ingredients ninyo. Pag magkakasama na sila, ipag-mix nyo sila, and then antayin nyo munang matunaw yung inyong dry ingredients sa inyong liquid ingredients bago nyo isama sa meat. Okay? Kasi usually, kapag hindi nalusaw maayos yung phosphate, yung curing salt, or yung sugar ninyo, at nailagay nyo siya sa meat, hindi magkakaroon ng hindi balanced na flavor. Okay? Next is the quick cured ham. Dito sa quick cured ham, huwag kayong bibili ng na-slice. Okay? Nakikita nyo sa picture, dapat yung ham ay buo. Ganyan siya. Kung, if I'm not mistaken, yung nakalagay sa activity nyo ay for 2 kilos. So, you can adjust the measurements of the ingredients. Next is bacon processing. So, dito sa bacon processing, sana, ang gagamitin nyo ay buong slab ng meat, yung buo siyang 2 kilos. But, since mahirap maghiwa ng thin slice, pwede naman kayong bumili sa supermarket ng mga ganyan thin slice na. Okay? Para hindi na kayo mag-slice. And remember, after ninyong i-process itong bacon, if I'm not mistaken, for 7 days, bago nyo siya lutuin, hugasan nyo uli siya. Okay? Para matanggal lang yung excess salt kasi magiging sobrang alat nito. Okay? Ibabad nyo siya and then hugasan. Okay? Next, if for the processing of corned beef, hindi kayo gagamit ng ground or ng giniling na karne. Ang gagamitin ninyo ay yung ganito, cubes. Okay? Tapos at the end, pag natapos nyo na siyang i-pressure cooker, tsaka nyo lang siya hihimayin. Okay? Next is for the skinless longganisa. Please, wala nang magtatanong kung ano bang gagamitin ninyo. Bibili pa ba kayo ng bituka ng baboy? Kasi nakalagay skinless. Okay? So, pwede kayong gumamit ng plastic or dun sa video na ipopost ko, pwedeng gumamit ng yung plastic ng ice candy. Next is for the processing of embutido. Yan. Ang gagamitin ninyo ay ground meat. Okay? For the hamburger, also ground, giniling na dapat. And siomai, giniling na din. And last is the grading system. So, since alam ko din naman na itong lab activity natin ay medyo magastos kasi you will buy the actual meat. So, ang way ng lab activity natin ay 70% and 30% only for the term exam. Okay? Each lab activity will be scored 10 points. 10 points each. Okay? I will be posting this early. Susubukan kong mag-post every other week, pero usually baka mabitin kasi yung time natin. Kaya, baka every week ako mag-post, pero yung deadline naman natin ay mahaba. So, ang deadline ng lahat ng activity, hindi naman tayo masyadong mahigpit sa deadline. Basta before mag-term exam, ay makapag-submit na kayo. Ang magiging term exam natin tentatively ay sa December na. So, 1 term exam lang yan. Okay, so that's all. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me or send an email anytime. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope you learned something. And dun pala sa mga ingredients, you can buy online. Pero kung wala talaga kayong mabili or hindi talaga kaya ng budget, it's okay. You can use any ingredients that you have. Okay?